Welcome back to the finish line in association with betterwin.com. For all the latest odds from the world leading bookmakers, head over to betterwin.com. After an unreal 3 days of racing at Aintree, we're going to go through the whole cards and the national. But before that, we have an announcement to make. We have our first competition for the Punchestown Festival. So we're giving away a pair of flexi-tickets for any day racing you want to go to. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, comment below, hashtag Punchestown, and from all the entries, the winner will be announced next week. So get subscribing, get right in Punchestown, and best of luck. So, start with the national.
The national, what a race.
What a fucking horse.
He's an
unreal
weapon of a thing. We tipped up Graf Vinden. We gave Tiger Roll a mention. It was purely price.
Yeah.
If he was 10 to 1, I think everyone would have backed him. He was a bit too short, but he proved why he was so short. But I think I was watching I'd been watching Tiger Roll a little bit, and I was kind of watching Graf Vinden, and then when Graf Vinden jumped to the front and he was going so well, I was really focused on him. And then the commentator mentioned Tiger Roll, and I just looked down the inside and I said, oh well,
coming over the Melon Road is little shit on the inside.
This is over. He absolutely bolts up. Like Davey was taking a tug coming to
Pulling tree out that.
Yeah, I mean, what a horse. I was going through his form this morning, and he actually, until last year's win in the cross country at Cheltenham, his form was very in and out. Like, he was not consistent at all. But the only thing I could put it down to is the switch to those fences. He had his little get to know the fences before his win in last year's cross country, but then he's running the cross country. He ran in last year's national, which are different fences to standard fences. Then you can't explain he went up on the Boyne Hurdle. He had another little run around the cross country fences at Cheltenham when he was wrongly handicapped and wouldn't have been anywhere near fit. Then he went and bolted up in the Boyne Hurdle. He was that fresh, and then he's won his cross country and he's won his second national. It's absolutely staggering. Like, for a horse to win four Cheltenham Festivals and 2 Grand Nationals,
from 2 mile to 4.5 mile,
and he's about 15 free. Like, it's absolutely
like a pony.
Mental.
He has no right to jump down fences the way he does.
No. But he's won 1.36 million sterling in prize money now.
They could retire him now and he'd owe nobody anything.
Exactly. But it almost looks like he's getting better. I think
he'll win another one.
Yeah. Like Gordon obviously has definitely got the key to it. He's definitely got the key to him, and you know, I think if they do, they're saying that the cross country next year is the plan, which, like, he's just gonna get hammered in the weights for national. I see what they're saying, but I saw an interesting one. Bring Don Poli out of not Don Poli. It was the horse that won the Gold Cup for them. Gordon's horse.
Don Cossack.
Don Cossack. Bring Don Cossack out of retirement. He's rated 177.
Stick him in the national.
Stick him in the national.
That's a great plan.
Walk over. Now, I think it was Declan Ricks. Full credit to you. I thought this was genius. Stick him in the national. Walk him over the start line. Pull him up. Walk him back to the stable. Tiger Roll goes around with hardly any weight on his back. Genius plan. I thought that it's never going to happen.
Why not?
I just thought that was great. That's a fucking fantastic idea.
Something Michael O'Leary would do.
I should be laugh, wouldn't I?
I'd do it.
I should he'd bolt up again. If he's in this form, he'd bolt up.
What can I see next year?
But I was
looking
looking.
There and I'd find something.
Have a look now. But I was looking at his back form. Like, he was an unraced 3-year-old for Godolphin. He was bought by Nigel Hawke. Yeah, he was bought by Nigel Hawke then for £10,000. Won his juvenile hurdle first time out. You've sold to Mags O'Toole for 80,000. So you can't knock Nigel Hawke for that. Like, that's a great bit of business. Which is the kind of the thing that those lower trainers who don't have a million horses would be at. But for 80,000, he's gone on and done wonders for them. What price is it? 8 to 1.
I'd nearly pack it now.
It's mad short. Yeah, it's mad short, but like,
it's double the price he won at, and he's going to be that again.
Whether he runs now, I would wonder whether he runs.
He would. Realistically, if he had another stone on his back, he still would have won.
hard to say, but he probably, look, I don't think anything would have beaten him there the other day, but I don't know. I wouldn't jump in backing him, but out of the others, I thought Magical Light, she ran a fantastic
And a
race.
blinder.
Yeah, nearly fell at the chair the first time round.
See what happened?
And and then nearly unseated at the last.
Yeah.
But she ran a brilliant race. Raf Linden ran a cracker for us. Took to the fences. Reminded me of Cadmium, actually, of Willie's in the top.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be all over again.
Just took to the fences like something else.
Loved it.
And one I thought was, they gave an aerial shot. Some of the images were fantastic on ITV.
One for Arthur.
Yeah.
Oh, I was counting my money.
He turned it and I said, what's the horse in the black?
He just scooted around like that.
After, yeah. And I don't know whether he just got tired or the extra bit of weight.
Derek Fox said he just died after the second last.
Yeah, because he hasn't really had to run this year because he's unseated twice. So he ran a blinder as well. But it's a fantastic race.
That was so good.
Yeah, it was a brilliant race.
I didn't back Tiger on, and I was glad to see him actually win.
I was watching Raf Linden and then after they jumped the last, and I was like, oh, if he stops. But I was there, I was like, no, please keep going, please keep going.
Stop going, no, wait, stop.
Yeah. No, I knew we had the E-Train money, so I said that would do me. But brilliant race, and he's just an absolute legend. He's done great things for the sport now to propel it onto another level again. He really captures the imagination because he's so small, I think, as well. And he's a brilliant horse.
Even if you're looking, the way he jumps hurdles, he flicks the top. The way he jumps fences, he flicks the tops. He's so on point with his jumping. He knows exactly what to give.
I liked what in the press conference afterwards they were getting on to Michael O'Leary that like to run him again and like Red Rum and all this.
Yeah. And
Gordon butted in, and it's one of the best things I've ever heard Gordon say. Is he said, this horse, he said, has won four Cheltenham festivals and 2 Grand Nationals. He's already a legend.
He's better than Red Rum.
Like Red Rum didn't win at 4 Cheltenham festivals. So he's already a legend, and he's up there with all the greats now. Really,
in my opinion, he's on top.
Yeah. To do what? I mean, you just can't explain it. Like, there's been some great 2-mile chases, great 3-mile chases, but to win a Triumph and then win 2 Grand Nationals.
Triumph the 4-miler, 2 cross countries, 2 Grand Nationals.
And 2 Grand Nationals.
In the name of God, will you ever see it again?
No. I mean, what kind of horse is going to do that?
He realistically could run the Gold Cup.
He could. I think he's best kept to these different types of...
Funny saying that, it was Dave that beyond the Cheltenham Festival, he was watching a piece on him a few days before it, and after his Triumph, remember the year he just went off to buy it? Gordon Elliott came out and said he was actually the closest to human depression.
Go away, yeah.
So they were about to sell him.
I can imagine so.
Till Elliott said, give me a season around cross country, so you can change him.
Yeah. As I say, his form is derry in and out. He wasn't consistent at all. But you could set your clock by him.
Oh, he's magical.
I
just want him as a pet. I want him out in my back garden.
So that was the Grand National.
So now we'll run through majority of the big races over 3 days. Start with the Grade 1 2-mile 4 novice chase won by Kalashnikov.
Yeah, I think he's been crying out for this step up and trip, and interestingly, I think the first 2 in the market, or the first 2 in the race, he's been crying out for the step up to 2.5, running over 2, and the Bagawa came down to 2.5.
Needs 3.
Just looked like she needs 3 miles. She owes nobody anything this season. She's been fantastic. Mengli Khan's back to form, I think. I think the middle distance is his trip.
2 solid runs back to back now is unlike him.
Yeah, it is. But I think what that highlights as well, twice this year now he's been beaten by, he hasn't been second to him, but Larichberg has won races, and I think that might stand out how good that Larichberg form is. Yeah. I'm looking forward to him next season. But Kalashnikov, looks the type for the Ryanair now. He's very consistent. The bit of soft ground probably helps him.
The half a pace slower seemed to suit him. His jumping backwards.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't mind his jumping too much, but I think over the bit further it's better. He's very likeable.
Yeah, the way he went about it now was good. The rest of them are Glenn Forsa, another hype horse gone by the wayside.
I know. I don't know. I think he did. Sometimes like those horses that run those big, massive races and put up one huge performance. I think he did so much the last day against, well, not last day, but
Sandown.
Sandown against Klashikov. That may have just been him at his peak, and the race Klashikov was not his best that day, and it didn't suit him too well. But yeah, I don't know. I think Navagawa up to 3 miles again, and Klashikov keep it this trip.
Two good horses to take out of me.
Yeah.
Next, the Grade 1 Juvenile Hurdle. Pentland Hills backed up his triumph.
He backed up his triumph win. He's very tough. I love the way there was a great image of the two of them, him and Fakir Dudari, after the last eyeballing each other, ears back, heads down. He's very likeable. I wasn't sure he'd back it up at all, to be honest.
Either was I. I backed Fakir.
Yeah, I was on Fakir each way as well, actually, in the end. I was disappointed in Band of Outlaws, but I would just allow a line through that. I think he probably did a lot at Cheltenham.
Yeah.
I'd put a line through that performance. I'd like to see them probably give him a rest now, not go to Punchestown, and he'll come back decent enough and mix with the best of them next year, I think. Fakir Udari's jumps so well.
Such a good jumper.
He's such a good jumper. He's very solid. And really battles. Maybe I don't know. Soft ground. It does help him.
Proper winter ground.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a little step up and trip. I'm not too sure. I wouldn't mind seeing him a little step up and trip and seeing what happens with him. But Penton Hills, I think they're gonna have to aim for the champion hurdle now, aren't they?
Looks promising.
He does look hard.
3 runs into his career and he's had to win 2 Grade 1s.
Yeah, he does. You can't knock him too much now at this stage. He's turned into what you didn't think, but he's an exciting horse now going forward. And just to mention on the owners as well, he's owned by a syndicate that costs about 50 or 60 quid to get into, and there's a couple of thousand people like in on the syndicate. It's just fantastic, really. Something me and you have talked about off camera.
Might happen soon.
You know, it'd be great to get a little syndicate going.
Oh, fancy buying Tiger Roll.
I would though. It'd be great to get a little syndicate going, and have a horse in training. I don't think we'd be aiming at having it in training with Nicky Henderson now, but maybe one of the top trainers in Ireland.
The Bromhead
to target a race, a horse that maybe I'd like to go and buy a horse to maybe improve or something like that. You know, we'll see.
Keep the Jetland dream alive.
Yeah. Keep an eye out. It's something we're discussing, but we'll have to put a few.
Or Tramore, I don't care. I just want to win it.
I think we'd aim at Tramore now, you know. But yeah, look, it's something to keep an eye on. It's fantastic to see these syndicates happen, and it does work. I suppose that leads us on to the next one.
Yes, Aintree, Betway Bowl, Kenboy.
Owned by another syndicate. Grade 1 success again. It's fantastic.
Unreal performance.
Was so impressive. So impressive. The only thing I'd say is don't overhype him for the Gold Cup.
Flat track.
Yeah.
Speed horse.
I think so. Now, look, I'm not going to completely put a line through him before he's gone and proved that he's not going to be that, but I wouldn't be 100%. I wouldn't be going, oh my God, look what he's just done. Let's go and lump on. I'm not too sure yet. I'd like to go and see him do it again.
Jeez, he done it well though.
He did it very well. Yeah.
And he beat a horse. What was Clanfort in the Gold Cup?
He was, yeah. Now I'm a bit worried. He bolted up in the King George. I think the form of that is not looking very good at all.
No, Crack pulled up.
Yeah,
behind him again.
Cracks did. Like, he was old. Native River ran. He doesn't like Kempton. Yeah. It's not his track. And Politico clearly didn't stay. The form of that King George for me is not very good. Balco de Flo. It was good to see him back to form. Absolutely walked through the last. Absolutely walked for it. Would have been second other than that, which was a shame. But good to see him back to form. Yeah.
He's dropped down to a good man now.
Balco? Yeah. Top weight and handicap.
Galway plate.
Yeah, could possibly be. He'd have top weight, I'm sure, but
if he runs around like that, he'll win it.
Yeah, he's back. He looked back to form there anyway. So
interesting to see if they run the Punchestown now. Gold Cup.
Yeah,
I'm really interested to see if Kenboy runs against Alvin Vote in it.
It would be.
They've enough
two
breaking.
two different sets of owners. You presume they'll both want to go now.
He's enough breaking between that.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't have a race in the Gold Cup, so that's why we said we kind of fancied him here. He was coming here fresh. As we said, Aintree again is a minefield sometimes. Yeah. Some of these horses, you just got to watch it so carefully with betting wise. But it'd be interesting to see if they go to Punchestown. Be a good race between the two of them.
Which he could end up on if he enter our competition. Like that.
I like that.
That was good.
Well done, Andrew.
Thanks. Do you want to talk about the next one?
Oh God, this was painful.
Aintree Hurdle.
Yeah, I thought we were going to win it, turning in over there. I thought we were going to win it coming to the last.
Thought we were going to win it till the other fella crossed the line.
Yeah, it was painful enough now, but Super Sunday was very good, really consistent horse. He's another one like Tiger Roll, was bought as an unraced juvenile for £5,000. So it just shows what you can get.
He was balling, wasn't he?
Then he then went to Andrew Bowden, and then I think he won 2 bumpers for Andrew, and then he was sold to Alan Potts. But it just shows what you can get, what value you can get from these young horses that are unraced for the flat yards that perhaps don't quite make it onto the track as 3-year-olds. They're then shipped off because that's not their job for them. But there's value to be had there at very cheap money. Chittabella ran a lovely race. God, he was well handicapped in the County Ireland.
Oh, he was absolutely chucked in.
Mellon was too keen. I don't know why they put the cheek pieces on him over this longer trip. I'd have taken him off, but it's easy saying it in hindsight. Yeah. But he was too keen over that trip.
Poor Faheen.
They're not giving up on him.
No, he's going to Punchestown.
Yeah, he's going to
have one last run.
God, you'd love to see him run at Punchestown, wouldn't you?
He is.
As in, if he won, win at Punchestown. Like if he won at Punchestown, surely someone has to say that's it. Like that's it.
He's not the 3 mile, and if he's backed anywhere near 3/4 of the best, that's a bad division that he could easily win again.
Yeah.
If you take his performance last year, how far back it was to Penn Hill, then how far back it was to Nicholas Cannon. He was miles clear.
Yeah, he was, and like apparently his heart had come back to a normal rhythm within 24 hours. So that's a promising sign. That's a very promising sign. So fingers crossed now they'll just monitor it. But if you could go out with a bang at Punchestown, you'd love to be there.
I was up there last year when he won, and the place absolutely erupted.
You'd love to be there for it, wouldn't you? Like you get free tickets.
Oh, free tickets! Oh, you swear? Be nice if someone's running a competition that all you have to do is like and hashtag Punchestown under the video. Oh wait, we are.
It'd be great to see him run there. The only other one I'd mentioned from Thursday was Moon over Germany for Henry Bromhead. Soft ground looked the key to him. Well handicapped on some of his form in Ireland this year, and he bolted up. I don't want to talk about the Henry Bromhead horses, to be honest, because we put him up as a trainer that does well at Aintree. We then tipped a few of his horses. None of them won, and he still had about 3 winners, was it? Yeah.
They don't need to know about that.
We were right on one side of it, but
we just picked the wrong ones.
We just picked the wrong ones, I know. It was painful to watch now, but there we go.
So that's day 1. Now on to day 2, and we start with the Grade 3 handicap hurdle, where 3 Musketeers won for the first run for Gordon Eilish and was smashed in the market. Yeah, he looked a refreshed character, didn't he, for the switch of trainer. Just shows how Gordon is. Like you get one off Dan Skelton, who is on for nearly 200 winners. And he's freshened them up well, and he won well really. A shout out to Point of Principle in second, ran an absolute blinding race. I have a connection to the horse, and a poor little thing. If you go back and watch this horse's jumping, he was second in a graded handicap hurdle at Chepstow as well. He just can't jump. Can't he? I didn't even watch him.
He's another horse that was bought for very cheap money off of unraced off the flat. He just can't jump. The poor thing. I know they've done all that they can to try and improve his jumping, but he just runs through them. If he could jump, he'd be an absolute weapon of a thing. But he's very hard and consistent.
So he's well handicapped then? That's what I'm hearing.
I wouldn't say, look, he's well handicapped, but I can't see a reason why all of a sudden he's going to jump. We've been saying it for a long time about him, that he just can't jump. But yeah, he ran a great race for Tim Vaughan, and Charlie Price gave him a good ride, young £7 claimer. But yeah, Three Musketeers was good, and he was the only one to come out of the pack and catch him.
Yeah. So, next on to the novice hurdle over 2 miles. And for the life of me, I don't know how Felix Dagey won this after that unreal mistake.
Yeah, he made a bad mistake, didn't he?
Talking about fellas that can't jump to a fella that is brave as motherfucker ever.
Yeah.
He's a point and shoot ride.
He is, yeah. I mean, he's got a couple of easy leads recently. You know, he's a lovely horse. I fancied him for the champion bumper last year. He just got way too wound up for his own good. It was way too keen, but still travelled into it really well. Loads of ability. I think they found the way to ride him now from the front with an easy lead. I think he prefers flatter tracks. I just think it's easier for him. Aramon boosts the form. He's been solid all season. Aramon always runs his race. He's a really fun horse to own, I'd imagine.
It's another syndicate horse from the same from
Kemby horse, yeah. Point of Principle is another syndicate horse as well. Oceans Racing, another really good syndicate that's cheap enough to join.
The word of the day is
join a syndicate.
The Supreme form's kind of stacking up a bit.
Yeah, Supreme form looks good. That's a good dream for the champion hurdle. The other horse I just mentioned in there is Itchy Feet. If there's ever a horse that wants further, it's
he was off the bridle the second they left.
He did the same in the Supreme. Sorry, he did the same here. And yeah, he just needs to step up and trip. I'd say he needs 3 mile, never mind 2.5 mile.
But you know, on that, the thing that boggles me about Cheltenham, it's totally off subject. Why isn't there a 2.5 mile championship hurdle race?
Stop.
For little fuckers like that.
Yeah, but what are we going to have? A week-long festival?
Why not?
You run them in one or the other, and if you don't like it, you go for the Aintree hurdle.
Okay.
It's 2.5 miles.
Okay, sorry.
But there's Punchestown.
second you were like that, I was like, what am I have to do?
But there's Punchestown, there's Leopardstown at Christmas, there's Leopardstown at...
Okay, Tom, the Mile Main Novice Chase, please.
There's the Dublin Racing Festival. There's loads of races with other races to go and win. Like,
sorry.
Yeah.
Can't see that anymore.
No, it's too much now.
Right, anyway.
It's going too far.
Fella, lost in translation. The trip he should have always ran over.
Yeah.
My God, he was...
We said after Cheltenham he's a 3 miler. He won this very, very well. Yeah. Gold Cup horse in Macon.
He's a big burly chase.
I like this lad. I really, really do.
How good
can't wait to see him over 3 miles.
How good is Gold Cup going to be next year?
Yeah, there's some good ones. And top of the game, I think he was off the bridle a good way out. Didn't travel that well. For a horse that's won over a shorter distance, he maybe was feeling the effects of Cheltenham.
Over the top
so
of it.
I'd forgive him that run.
That just shows how tough that loss of translation is then.
Yeah. Yeah, no. If every one of them turns up to the Gold Cup next year, it'll be a really good race.
Next, another unbelievable performance from Min.
It was mad good. I can't believe. I mean, I heard Willie saying afterwards, like, you know, we got the tactics wrong in Cheltenham against Adfield. We wanted to drop him in and whatever.
That broke your heart.
Fortune on him to be second, or without the favourite, even money and stuff. He's a very, very good horse, and if it wasn't for Altior, he'd have won a right good few races.
Supreme Novice,
Supreme
Champion
Chase. You know, Politilog in second is just a solid, consistent horse, isn't he?
And he smashed in by 20 lengths.
Yeah, but if other horses don't run their races, Politilog will go and win them. I'm waiting patiently. He's not quite living up to what he did.
Can we give up on him now? People, please. Like, a year ago, I said he'd sing is just hype.
Yeah. He's not living up to what he did. I mean, that race he won at Ascot.
He beat a Q card. That should have been retirement a year ago.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not living up to it. He's got a lot to prove now, I think.
I can't have him.
I'm going to flip over to my sheet now.
Don't have to do it quietly. Kevin might actually kill us.
Producer Kev won't be happy. Cadmium.
Yeah.
Again, as we were saying, like Raffin and just took to the fences, travelled all the way for Punchestown, and I think he was saying like he had some spin around there. If they target him for that again next year, he'd be very hard to beat. He was the winner miles out. So he was.
Yeah, he's very good. Sefton, sorry, champ.
Yeah.
3 miles seemed to suit him.
It did, and on soft ground as well, but they weren't sure he'd get. He's turned into a really nice horse, and he's really hardy. I like that about him now a lot. I'd give a massive shout out to 2 in this race though. Emiton, Warren Greatrex's horse. This horse has been campaigning so well over this season. He's just been brought along steady, won his few races. This was his first run in a graded race, and he's second in a grade 1 to a horse like Champ, who's been there and done it, and to a horse like Lisnagar Oscar, who's been really consistent all year as well. He's got a big future next year, that lad. Be interesting. Warren likes a few runners at Punchestown.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see if he comes over. And the other one is a Henry Bromhead horse that we tipped up called Walk Away, who finished 4th. He didn't get a very good run round. He was out the back. Every time Robbie tried to put it into it, then he either got blocked off or he went up the rail and he got really keen, so Robbie would bring him back. There's a lot more to come out of that.
He's a big future.
Yeah, he is. He's a chaser in the making. It's cliche, but he is, and he's in the right hands to be brought along very well. And I think there's a lot more to come. He's very green, very inexperienced.
From winning a maiden hurdle around Clonmel, they've been thrown into a grey one. That just shows how much they think of him.
Getting a bad run around.
And finishing 4th.
Keep an eye on him. He's one to follow next year.
Put him in the tracker.
Yeah.
Bumper.
Yeah,
Mac
just
Fabulous.
to mention the bumper, I think Mac Fabulous is very exciting. He looks a really nice horse. We tipped up Santa Rosa, who was 3rd, travelled into it very well, thought we were going to get the money. But I think the first 3 of those are very smart horses. The Banner King Rebel, Jamie Snowden's horse, had won 2 bumpers before being pulled up in the champion bumper at Cheltenham last year. This is his first run since. Very, very smart performance by him as well to be second. Lots more to come from the 3 of those. I really think that'll work out well.
Race. Look, it even ran at a decent tempo as well. Yeah,
Mayor's Novice Hurdle next year.
It's actually a good show.
Got a good chance, I think.
Saturday, Grand National Day. Where do you want to start?
By saying that I was at a confirmation, so I didn't see much of this at all.
Right. We start with the hurdle.
Excuses.
The handicap hurdle, grade 3. How do you even say this? Axie.
Petit Swan.
Oh, is it?
Petit Swan. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Petit Swan.
I like French wine, so Petit Swan.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I know my French.
I like it.
Don't ask me to say any French, but
you just did.
Petit Swan. What? It's
good. You were really high tempo there.
Just because I can pronounce his name, alright?
Alright. Petit Swan.
It's not bad.
Thanks. Going quite well.
You're on your own here because I did not see this.
Sorry to Burley ran in this. The miracle ride Barry Gertie gave at Cheltenham. He was poor. Petit Swan looked the winner. Turned Aintree out. Went to do his business. Done it well. That's all I have to say about that. He still looks well handicapped. Reserve Tank. Mersey Novice Hurdle. He is one tough yoke.
Never even heard of him.
Really? Colin Tizard's horse. More or less led the whole way around. Bruno Stormking's challenge, found more, boom, won. It was a simple ride.
All I'd say is that I really like Bruno up a Storm. I didn't see this race as I said, but his Cheltenham, he was very hardy. He's gonna run well again. He's beaten Adrian's breath around Aintree. You know, he's a really hardy. Him and Itchy Feet for Ollie Murphy are 2 lovely hardy young horses. Like
Reserve Tank, he was unbeaten over hurdles. He beat Lewis's Bell. He beat the Cashelman. I actually backed the Cashelman that day.
Classic Colin Tizard horse though, a little bit under the radar.
Yeah.
And could be anything. I suppose.
He was very good. I was impressed with it.
Yeah.
2 Mile Novice Chase or Nua.
I can join in here.
Never looked in trouble.
Yeah, I got away from the in-laws and got into the living room to watch this one. On Nua, shame he fell in the Arca because he was going all right that day. Yeah, looks a lovely horse. Ups and then has been so consistent all year. I wouldn't say this was the greatest Grade 1 ever, but I do think the two of them are Grade 1 horses. Yeah. I wouldn't knock either of them. I think they're both really nice prospects, and be interesting to see how they go on in open company next year.
I'd step up busting them now at this stage. He seems to be staying on at the finish.
Yeah, you're gonna have to try something. He's almost, now I'm not gonna quite say he's gonna go and win a Gold Cup or anything, but almost the size of John.
Ooh,
put that one out there. If the step up in trips suited, that could improve him because he's got loads of ability, that horse.
Yeah,
he reminds me of a horse like that who you're saying, oh, not quite good enough, and then he goes and steps up and trip and he proves to be good enough.
He's no such a John though. He's not falling around the oven.
No, he's not. But,
look, could be wrong.
As in, he could win a Grade 1 up to.
Oh, it's Grade 1 rows all over him.
Yeah. If the cap fits.
It does. Thanks very much. Big head and all that.
I thought this was a good ride by Sean Bowen.
My tip came second. I realised
it's lovely to see him getting a good few rides now for Harry Fry.
He's more or less going to be getting no feelies.
There's a position there now. No feelies retired. That someone like Sean could go and fit. Really, really good young rider. Lost his claim very quickly. Struggled a little bit the last couple of seasons, but he's a fantastic rider, I think. Cheap piece his first time for if the cap fits. He's got some very good form in the bank, and he's an exciting horse.
Apple shade.
Yeah.
The gloss is coming off very quickly.
But the only thing is, like, she ran so badly at Cheltenham, and they said she was sick after. Very hard for a horse to come back after, like, if you run that hard and in a race like that if you're sick, it's going to take an awful lot out of you. I'd almost like to see them put her away now. Forget Punchestown, put her away, bring her back next season, and see what happens. But
she'll turn up in the mares at Punchestown.
She'll probably win it, but I mean, I wouldn't be that desperate for winners. I'd try and aim her a proper Grade 1 campaign next season. Be a bit sparing with her and see how she gets on. But if you run when you're that sick, it's hard to come back that soon. So I wouldn't be too down on her.
Yeah, true.
The only other race I saw was the Grand National. So.
Well, the JLT form got a little bit of boost. Killed the Sart, won the handicap.
You were sat on the couch on Saturday night.
I was planted to it. That was. He battled well. Mr. Malarkey looked like he was coming to win it.
I did see this race.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my eyes on one horse. Not good news for DBC.
Yes.
He got a cut.
Did he?
Yeah, and that could be the end of him.
Really?
Yeah.
He was showing me, Jesus Christ, he attacks his fences.
Yeah. I mean, what a jumper, but yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's more or less all the big ones. Bar Tiger Road was that day, we talked about that already, so.
Yeah, Tiger Road was fantastic. Really good weekend and Thursday and Friday of racing.
Friday was my best day, by far.
Yeah, I enjoyed Thursday now. I thought it was very good, but yeah, it was a really good weekend of racing. And we head into Saturday now. This weekend we'll have a weekend preview up.
Scottish Champion Hurdles, Scottish
Champion Hurdles, Scottish National, and Too Darn Hot, the favourite for the Guineas, comes back at Newbury. So that's
very exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to him. Just a shout out for one. The price is kind of gone because the 5-day entries came out for the Scottish Champion Hurdle, but Radishan, he was a bigger price earlier in the week, 8-1. Looks well handicapped, I think. He's very unexposed over hurdles.
He needs rattling.
He ran behind We Have a Dream and Badana Blue, and If the Cap Fits. That's good form. That's really good form. In my book, that's really good form. You have to give Badana Blue weight He's off 144, I think.
Yeah, decent juvenile campaign.
Yeah, he's unexposed over hurdles. He's been running on the flat. Look, he's had a couple of wins on the flat this winter. He's looked as good as ever. I'm looking forward to him.
Yeah. So we'll be back with that.
Don't forget our competition.
Go on, you go for it.
So you gotta subscribe to the channel and comment under the video hashtag Punchestown, and we're gonna announce we're gonna run the competition for the next few videos, and then we're gonna announce the winner next week. 2 tickets to any day of the Punchestown Festival that you want them for. Yeah, really good competition.
And we will have them to you before the Tuesday at Punchestown.
Yeah, we might even meet you up there for a pint in person. Let's see.
I will. He'll be working. Right, so that's our lot. Again, lads. Thanks again. Like, subscribe, and enter the competition.